My friends, my neighbors, good citizens all, I thank you for coming and heeding the call. Let's rally the people and bring them all near. Sing out our songs for the whole world to hear. This is the cradle of all that we are. This is the heart of the storm. This is the ground where the future was born. This here is Anvil and this is our home. Each song that we sing and each story we tell, each hero we name and each life that we sell, each breath and each beat of your heart is a beat of the drum. Give me drink in my cup and friends who will share it, song on my lips and ears that'll hear it, fire in my eyes to light all the good people I see. I tell you, my friends, there's nowhere that I'd rather be. Before 10 in the morning, we're barely alive. We're like ghosts, we're like spirits, and then coffee arrives. Then heroes awaken and stand by your side. Now gather your courage and sing out your pride. For the storm will not break us, although it may try. The sun may beat down and may bake the world dry, but we stand by our neighbors and raise them up tall. Gather your voices and scream out the call. For you are my empire and you are my hall. For you I would fight and for you I would fall. For you are the beat of my heart and the heart of my song. Give me drink in my cup and friends who will share it, song on my lips and ears that'll hear it, fire in my eyes to light all the good people I see. I tell you, my friends, there's nowhere that I'd rather be. So fill up your tankards and fill up your lungs. Leave no words unspoken and no song unsung. Make noise for your heroes, your kith and your kin. Sing out their names and the pride that they bring. Together we stand and divided we fall, and the future we write will be shaped by us all. For we are the singers and we are the song of a story that's greater than more. Sing along. Give me drink in my cup and friends who will share it, song on my lips and ears that'll hear it, fire in my eyes to light all the good people I see. I tell you, my friends, there's nowhere that I'd rather be. Give me drink in my cup and friends who will share it, song on my lips and ears that'll hear it, fire in my eyes to light all the good people I see. I tell you, my friends, there's nowhere, I tell you, my friends, there's nowhere, I tell you, my friends, there's nowhere that I'd rather be. I tell you, my friends, there's nowhere that I'd rather be. There's nowhere that I'd rather be. My friends, my neighbors, good citizens all, I thank you for coming and heeding the call. Let's rally the people and bring them all near. Sing out our songs for the whole world to hear. This is the cradle of all that we are. This is the heart of the storm. This is the ground where the future was born. This here is Anvil and this is our home. Each song that we sing and each story we tell, each hero we name and each...
That would explain why the other people couldn't hear me when I was saying hello to them.
We went live halfway through a sentence though.
Facepalm. Oh, wow.
We did well. We have done really,
Well,
really well.
good evening, everyone.
Oh dear. Hi everyone. So, the stream tonight is going to be a bit different to what I've done before because of things I've had in mind. Cara Stranger song. That's Rob Burden, I believe. Hello, Rob.
Hello, Rob.
Um, so there's no green screen on, as you notice. I'm normally cropped to about this. So hi Abby. So we're all going to be chatting about bits of kit. Andy is going to offer his sage advice. I feel really, really underdressed at the moment. Hi, Garan.
I tend to. I mean, I went to the workshop like this today, so don't feel too bad.
I got dressed about 11ish.
Matt
And
always wants to get up at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and I just can't even. I'm like a midday kind of a guy. It's just not my style.
I'm always up early. I've got to get my daughter up and ready and stuff like that for school. So I've got the greatest slippers in the world as well. They are
Those
amazing.
are amazing. Just for
I haven't got anything on my feet now, but never mind. It's quite warm. So we're all, yeah. So I have to get up and get dressed. But then when Helen's gone off to work, Lily's gone off to school, I just like everything comes off again, and I walk around. I'm on a top floor of a flat, and I can't really. No one can see in or anything, so I'm all right because no one needs to see that. Let's face it. So the stream is going to be. We're going to be a bit all over the shop tonight. So we're going to have. We're going to talk kit. We're going to talk soft kit. We're going to talk getting prepped. We're going to talk getting yourself ready. Motivation, I guess. Inspiration. I think that's a good one. Me with my 5 bits of Pinterest. My 5 Pinterest things for Mac, and then I find out that other people have got to go, oh, this character concept that I haven't made yet, I've got 17 Pinterests for them, and I'm like, what?
I'm pretty bad for Pinterest. I love Pinterest. I like hoard things on it. So I think my biggest pin board is like 400 pins. Huge. It's ridiculous. Obsessed.
Oh, fuck that noise.
Basically, I need a life.
Oh man, it's God, no, I can't even do that. I think I've got like 20 to 40 is like my average. It's around that sort of mark, and oh jeez. So where are we? So Moonchild Majora, Andy looking hella dapper, looking like you're on SNL.
Oh wait, I've got something to show James.
Excellent.
This is Mr. Quackers, my teapot from James, getting an outing today.
Brilliant. Mr. Quackers, there we go. Abby's watching on her phone while she's cooking. Oh, I had.
She cooking?
Yeah, I had Helen made me a egg and turkey bacon pita bread, and oh my god, it was glorious.
That sounds very Christmassy.
It was really, really nice. Yeah. So I was wondering who Andy was. I've seen him on Orcs Planet. Has the channel name changed, or is Armchair Armories a different channel, or something different? Well, go on, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Well, Armchair Armories is the company that me and Matt run. We make chainmail. We do have a YouTube channel coming, and it's kind of on its way. Matt's been basically making tutorials and stuff for armor.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it when he makes things and he actually has it central on camera rather than down here, so you can barely see it. He's talented.
You would not believe like how long he spends up putting up those shots, like making sure that it's exactly in the center and you can see his hands. And it's like, oh,
It's fantastic. It was so. I was watching it, and then as soon as I saw it happen, it was just like, oh, and I was just laughing a lot.
I want to like film Matt like setting up and directing me and Sammy because it's just chaos.
He strikes me as very much a micromanager. Everything has to be perfect, and I love it. I really do love it.
Wrong.
There we go. Matt has fast become one of my favourite people on this planet. So I think the guy's a legend.
And big love for you too.
And I can say that because he's not in the room with you as well. So I will turn the light on because I want to get the reflection of my forehead. So right. Rob says I'm rubbish at video. No, Rob, you make great videos. I love your shed videos, and you are really, really talented. So don't put yourself down, man. You're really talented.
You have to show me. I don't know them. After.
Yes. The real question is, where did Andy get his shirt?
From the esteemed establishment TK Maxx.
Wonderful. So, right. So what we're going to do, for those watching, you can feel free to ask questions about soft kit, inspiration, ideas, anything like that you need help with. You're struggling to make things. Tape is the best thing in the world. It will fix everything. This is true. I'll show off a little bit of my soft kit as well. It's shit. Well, you could. Let's put it this way. I'll show you something that Helen made for me, and I'll show you something that I made for me. Let's see who can guess which is which.
Okay.
So it's, and then we can go from there. So where do you?
Sure.
Go on.
I feel like I've come a bit unprepared. I haven't really brought any.
That's fine.
I've got my 12 for my league kit, but I haven't brought any of my actual kit.
That's fine. Doesn't matter. Your knowledge is going to be far more superior than mine when it comes to this sort of stuff. Because I mean, like my first piece of kit was a grey polo shirt that I cut the collar off, I cut the design a bit off, stitched it all back together badly, cut the sleeves off, and I was like, "Ta-da!" That was it.
You got to start somewhere.
That was it. It was so bad. It was absolutely awful. I had my friends bought my ticket for Empire for me, and it was just like I couldn't do anything. I couldn't afford anything. So I came to the event, and the only reason I could eat at the event was because I helped out on gate crew. So
yeah. We've all been there, mate. Steph and Alex bought me train tickets when I haven't been able to afford to go and see them. Crying out loud, like we all start somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. So I mean, it's I've just turned you up a bit, Andy. They're saying you could be a bit louder. So you did warn me of this.
I get that all the time. I don't want to eat my microphone either. Like that's not going to be a good look, is it?
Well, I made everyone deaf on Friday while doing my interview, so because I shouted into the mic right next to the mic. So I did really, really well. So that was good. Rob says I make weapons because I can't sew. Yeah, I can't either. So I'm going to show you off a little bit of kit. There we go. Let's have a...
Look at that.
So the question is...
Start.
So the question is, was that Helen or was this Steve?
Can I see the other one before I...
That is the correct answer.
Oh wow. I'm going to go on a limb here and say perhaps the first one was your go. They're both great.
The trick question, actually, as I've realised, because most of this was actually made by Helen as well. All I did was I forgot that she fixed it. All I did was the black bit with the names written on it.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
I have no talent. Do you want? I gave Helen a heart attack when she first saw how I made stuff. Do you want to see what the biggest bit of equipment I used when I started to make kit was?
Absolutely.
Are you sure?
Yes. The biggest bit of equipment.
Yeah. It's a stapler.
Show me.
I'm not even
Are
joking.
you selling things together with a stapler?
At the last time I wore this, I actually pulled a staple out of it because I put it all together, and Helen was just like, "No, I'm gonna stitch it," and oh my god, I just said that hurts my soul, Steve. I know, I'm terrible. But it's
That's mine a little too. I won't lie.
it's yeah. So I just stapled it all, and I was like, right, it's all in. Yeah, it's all in place. Right, now I can attempt to sew it all or stitch it all. And it's just like started, and then I just got angry, and then I put it down, and I didn't touch it for a week. And as Rob has just said, it's the staple of any kit box. Cheers, Rob. Oh dear. So how do you find? Honestly, parts of my kit are held to my body by sheer force of will. I couldn't find my super glue.
Okay.
Because I've also used that on bits of kit as well.
I also use super glue kit.
Oh.
It's very useful for keeping threads under control. So.
Oh no, I've actually stapled bits of fur to stuff, so it's fine. Glued fur to things and other bits of fabric and stuff.
My heart, my soul. What you doing? It's okay. We'll get through this together. It's going to be an adventure.
I get the feeling that I'm going to find myself woken up in the middle of the night at Empire, and there's going to be lots of like pins in me and stuff like that.
I'm not going to come into your house and like start sewing your kit together. I did have envisions of like sewing things to people's kit as my new character, but I'm not sure that's going to go down very well.
No, so I mean, I'm a firm believer that all kit should have a bit of a meaning or something behind it that you can go, oh yeah, I got that from there and I got that from there. So Mac was very much well, he's a twat basically, and he doesn't pay for things, and it's just like he'll get a bit together, and he was very Navari, and he'd just stitch all these little bits on and stuff like that. So it's like the one bit of kit. I thought I saw a staple. It's not. Don't worry.
Chase it down.
So the one bit of kit this is my favourite piece of kit, which is the bit with all the names on it. So this
is it like a war? It's a war skirt sort of thing.
Yeah. I don't wear it into battle.
Cool.
But this is basically all of Mac's family. So some are dead, some are alive. So yeah, so he basically I've wrote everyone's names on there, spelt them wrong as well, some of them on purpose.
Perfect.
So and it's really good, and I love it. And then
good.
I didn't make these. I hasten to add. Justin of the 2 Feet made all of these.
Oh, lovely.
And they are wonderful, and he made them specifically for people as well. So I've got 2 of them because
I really love. Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine. Go on.
I really love people who paint on their kit. Like all the Skywise kit, they've got like they're all painted by Steph, and they just work so well. They look so it really tarnishes nicely, like over time. And I can see that with your bits as well. I just love that. It's really cool.
Yeah,
it's like an aging thing.
Yeah,
and it sort of just
I love it.
Nice.
I do love it. I like the whole thing. And now Mac is obviously in Wintermark, so he's now Calavesi. So going from something messy to something swampy and messy is it's a natural progression, I find, and it's all. So I just need to change the kit, and I'm struggling a little bit with what to do and all of that. So not much has to change, in all fairness, between the Calavasi and the Navarre. So, but I just need to incorporate a few feathers here and there, but
Excellent.
But none of it's going on like proper kit from like the waist down on my top or anything. I don't want feathers there, because to me I don't like them there personally. On me, on other people they look great, like headdresses and all of that sort of stuff. I'm never wearing a headdress. Never wearing a headdress. I can't.
Fair enough.
I can't hide this from the world. It's. It's.
I heard a rumor that you want to be an orc, though.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, definitely. I definitely want to be an orc. But the mask I get will allow me to show this off. Yeah.
I thought you meant the whole.
Oh no, I'm pig ugly. This needs to be hidden half the time. It's but it's the beard. Yeah, the beard needs to be shown. So.
I see.
But yeah, so I quite like I had the idea of doing something with feathers and like a wrap thing going around my arm. So feathers like pointing up and stuff like that. But I was contemplating just a bit of black fabric, just put some feathers on it all the way around, and then just wrapping it.
Yeah, it works really well. You can get like a trim that has like basically feathers sewn onto it, so you could just sew some around the edge, and then they'd all sort of swirl up your arm, which would be pretty cool.
I had. I put it down somewhere, so obviously I've lost it. Oh, there's one. Very pretty.
Look at that!
Yeah. Okay, that's better.
Wow.
That is actually like you might better make out the colour really on that.
No, it's a bit pixely, but
Yeah.
looks good.
Yeah, it's like a purpley bluey sort of colour. So I've got a few of those. And that Fabric Land. It's like 20p for one.
Oh, I love Fabricland.
We've got a big
Unfortunately, the one in Kingston's closed now, so that was my closest one.
We've got quite a big one in Southampton. So I'm quite lucky.
Very cool.
And then I got lots of little ones as well.
Are they like rooster feathers? I can see them shiny.
They're feathers, Andy. They're feathers. That's pretty much as.
I love costume.
This is as technical as it's gonna get with me. Hi, Dawn. Helen has asked, what nation does Andy play?
Oh, well, I'm kind of between nations at the moment. I used to play an orc. I used to play Ashbourne Raw. It's up there. But I'm a race traitor and I'm going to the League for E1 next year. So.
Why? Sorry, I said that really badly. Yeah, but why?
So I've been playing Raw for a very, very long time. My first event, I started playing her about 4 or 5 years ago now. And I don't want to say like I've gotten bored of the character, because she's quite deep, but she had a lot of problematic trauma that was kind of making me quite sad. And and I came out as him earlier this year, and I kind of realised that playing a female character was kind of part of the reason I wasn't enjoying myself so much. So I thought I could go and have some fun somewhere else. It didn't help that James and Dennis, they were talking about it's because we're amazing. James and Dennis invited me to play with them in the league, and the brief that they've put out to me is so. It's just I'm really, really excited about it. Yeah, excellent. I'm actually looking forward to Empire for the first time in quite a long time.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are, but I had no idea that was why. But more power to you. I think it's always about finding that your space, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So, and I think, go on.
I kind of got the gist when it was sort of taking me 3 to 4 hours to put my kit on because I just didn't really want to wear it. And yeah, bit of a giveaway.
Yeah, I'm the same. 3 to 4 hours to put my kit on, but it's mainly because I'm lazy. So it's mainly a fact that here you go. So Helen's come in wanting her scissors that I'd stolen.
No worries.
Unabashedly.
Scandalous. Oh.
Yes, it's. I see. I love my kit, and I like it to make it more individual. I think that's the big trick, where I know every nation has its own. It's like we've got this, we do this, and this, and this, very uniform, and it's like that's great. Yeah. But I love the fact that they also go, but we also have these little bits over there that you can sort of bring in a little bit of this as well. But we don't talk about that bit over there, but that can also be used too. And I just and I've gone, okay, so we're swampy people, and trousers soak up water so badly, so I'm just not wearing trousers, so I'm going to wear a skirt. That makes things more simple there. And
excellent.
So I wear a kilt as a base layer, because kilts are so insanely warm and comfortable, and the breeze is so freeing. I wear cycle shorts, I will add. I hasten to add. I do wear cycle shorts as well.
Fair enough.
There's nothing I love more than walking up to people, putting my foot on their chair next to them, and then showing off a bit of knee.
A scandalous amount of thigh.
I've done that to Kit before, my friend Kit. I've walked up to him while he's been sat there, and he's put his head on my knee as I've done it, and I've literally put my skirt and everything over his head. It's a thing. But me and Kit have known each other for like 12 years now, so stupid amount of time, and we're so comfortable with each other. But yeah, it's I love that sort of thing. So I've taken all of this sort of like these like within the Calavesi, where it's all like people going, oh, it's feathers, it's birds and stuff like that, and I'm like, no. You've got totemic magic over there, which I believe is other animals, and that's the direction I'm heading in. So I'm like, I'll have a couple of feathers on the arm because I think that'll look cool. But I like to make things iconic. That's what I think. That's what everyone. Decorous flash of ankle. So
I will say, I think a lot of people tend to take inspiration from other people's costume on the field, and I feel like if you kind of want to get to the source for costume, really, don't you? It's nicer to read the brief and come up with your own plan, almost without looking at other people's things, because then you can really get the real core notion of the brief a bit better. Yeah,
because I looked at how could Steve be anything other than tasteful. I don't think the word tasteful and Steve go in the same sentence. Sorry, Gigi. Liam says, the look and feel is cool for each nation, but I found it can be quite strict. Like, my costume incorporates a alchemist half-face mask that sits on the left side of my face. And when I posted about it on Facebook and forums, I got a lot of people saying it wouldn't work for Wintermark, but it's part of my backstory, so I don't mind. But that's the part of the new thing that they brought in for Calavesi, wasn't it? That masks are a big thing.
I actually don't know. I haven't really looked at the Wintermark brief since I did James's shawl. I made them a big, like, feathery crow shawl, and that was pretty much the last time I looked at the Winter brief.
Yeah, so it's animal masks, headdresses, woo. So, but yeah, I mean the brief is there to be kind of strict, but like with everything in the wiki, it's Was it Barbosa says in Pirates of the Caribbean? They're more like guidelines.
Arr.
Gar. So I'll get away with that as
So
Pirate
cool.
Steve. So, see if you haven't seen Dodgeball, then it's just no point.
I actually haven't. I spend most of my time living rock, so.
Oh no, you have to. It's so good, so good. So, but yeah, it's. I'll have to dig that one out about masks for
Very
Wintermark
cool.
because
Yeah.
they have said that. I think it's for Calavesi, but I'll have to dig that one out. It's nice to be
I've
able to-
noticed that.
Go on.
Oh god, sorry, I cut you off again.
No, don't worry about it.
I've noticed there's quite a lot of like overlap between the nations,
Yeah.
and like obviously League masks are a massive thing. They're half magic, and then you see things like this where it trickles over into the other nations, and
Yeah.
like I think there's a lot of similarities between the Orc brief and the Marcher brief as well, because of how militaristic they are. Stuff like that, I find it really interesting.
So the orcs have a thing for potatoes as well.
Turnips.
Turnips are. So Dawn has said it's nice to be able to put your own stamp on it. There's a lot of folk wearing high neck jackets and shirts and Dawn who are masculine, but I'm wanting to jazz up some basic curtas to make them more Dawnish and bling. So then I have more militaristic or knightly gear.
Very cool.
I see a lot of people's kit out there, and you just I think it's for everyone, isn't it? Everyone gets jealous of everyone else's kit, don't they?
Oh yeah. I must say I love the Dawnish kit. It's so they look fantastic.
They do
Just
look good.
staggering around the field in plate armor would be amazing, but
I think staggering
much of
is staggering's the better word there because we all know they can't fight. So
again, I'd probably fit in quite well with Dawn. Want to look shiny, but I can't really do anything with that.
So I will say that no nation is safe from me. I will take the piss out of everyone, especially High Guard because no one likes them.
I nearly went High Guard after Raw as well.
Why?
I've got quite a lot of friends in High Guard. I thought I could kind of slip in with them, maybe go a bit priesty, but
Yeah, so do I. But I don't want to join them.
okay, I mean, I didn't. I didn't toe that water.
Good. Good. Oh, Dawn's threatening me. She does genuinely scare me. Better to be flashy and blingy in the league. Isn't Dawn just the marches with more rules? I like that one a lot.
Something. Lethal slaves.
Yeah, I like that. Quack. Yeah. So where with your league stuff then? What has been your inspiration for your new kit?
So me and James are playing Bravos, and we are going to be the worst. And I was looking at the Bravo kit brief, and they specify Landsknecht. And I started looking into the history of Landsknecht soldiers and mercenaries, and I can absolutely see why that is part of the Bravo brief, and I find it really interesting. So I've kind of just run with that. James and Dennis originally approached me just to make the kit for their new group, and they sort of explained their concept to me and what they wanted me to do, and I designed the kit for them. And then I was just like, I really want to come and play with you guys. And they were like,
Brilliant.
So yeah, I've just sort of turboed off with this idea that they gave me. I've got the toiles here for my kit.
Dawn, no, you're not actually that scary. I have a lot of respect for you. Okay, that's all it is. You're one of my favourite people.
I'm literally so excited for this character. It's
Alex has
ridiculous.
said, I'm so excited you're in the league, Andy. We'll see you there.
Here we go. This is like my tryout for the slashed sleeve look. The just basically made it as extra as possible, and I've got
Well, it's
the
definitely extra.
sorted out. Yeah, there's a big thing about it has to be super tailored, so the outside kit has to be really tight, and the inside kit is really loose, and making sure there's enough holes in it for the loose stuff to come out of the tight kit has been an adventure.
Yeah, that's so cool. I was
I
talking
can't wait.
I've got a couple of friends of mine in the league. They're in they run the Seawolves, and I was chatting to them about a character concept that me and my friend Alex had. So if everything goes Pete Tong and Wintermark, we're gonna potentially go off to the league.
Nice.
And I said I was going to play the chef, and
Perfect.
I was just like, how would that fit in? And they were saying to me, oh yeah, you'd be a Bravo. I said that would definitely fit in, and all of this sort of stuff. And I was like, but I don't want to wear all this tight stuff. It's like, no, you wouldn't. You're a chef. So he wears. I was like, okay, I could get away with that then. That's cool because I'm quite large, so I don't really want to wear tight clothes. So I like things to have a bit of room and be a bit baggy and stuff like that. It's just more comfortable for me, and that means I'm less self-conscious. So, but
Absolutely.
the idea of walking around with having an icy meat cleaver just like hanging off my side and stuff like that instead of the dagger.
Very cool.
That'd be a great idea. That'd be a great idea.
Good.
Yeah. So
yeah, part of the Bravo, the whole thing is to be like as garish and gregarious and vulgar basically as is physically possible. So I kind of took that and ran with it.
yeah.
I've been trying to eyeball where the drawings are. Give me just a second, I'll see if I can find them.
Yeah. I've made a LARP safe cleaver. Excellent. I'm gonna need one. I feel it depends when Mac dies, but I feel like one is in the offing.
Oh well. So this is my mask. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna be playing.
Wow.
Gaspar's gonna be kind of a bit trashy. And
So
probably not the
Kick-A-Bear?
nicest. No, I'm playing a Bravo.
I was joking. Sorry.
Oh, fail. But yeah. So
Oh, boy.
I think. Here we go. It's my favourite picture of Manu and Gaspar that I've drawn so far.
Nice. That is so cool.
I was trying to think of the most garish colour scheme I could think of, and we come up with a fruit salad, Battenberg type deal.
Wonderful. Helen has asked, what's your favourite bit of kit making?
Oh, do you know what? I don't actually know. I love talking to people about what they want, and I love talking to them about their characters and designing something for them off of that. I think that's my favourite thing about making kit for other people.
Yeah.
I think for myself, finishing it. Like that first time, like you put it on and you're just like, yes, I look balling.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. That's what you gotta live for. And like I love people being happy in their kit, right? It's just nice to see.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
I think that's my favourite bit. Cliche and awful, but true.
No. I think there's cliche and awful, but then when people can hear that you're actually speaking passionately and from the heart about it, there's a big difference there. So it's great to hear. Alex has asked, did you make your own mask, and do you make masks?
I did. I made this out of Warbler and car body filler.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm intending to kind of make masks in character and possibly have them as something that I can sell. So I've been trying to find a way to make it so that I'm not paying to play, but have something nice to add to the field, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, Gaspar might know someone who can make some masks.
I had an idea for a mask, and because I did spend a bit of time looking, and I saw it was a mask called the Melting Man.
Oh, that sounds
And
awesome.
and it was literally like proper the face, but as you got further over, it was all melting down, so it looked like dripping wax. All the way it came down, it came to like just below the chin, over on one side, and I
Holy
was just
shit,
like,
that
and
sounds
it's so
awesome.
the eye hole was actually like melting down as well, so it was a bit more open. I was just
That's
like,
so cool.
I was like, I need that in my life.
Yes.
I don't 150 quid need that in my life.
You could make it.
So I'll reintroduce you to my stapler for my kit making abilities.
Well, maybe that can be what we make when you come over.
That would be a good idea. So this is my expertise level here.
It's beautiful. And we're gonna put this where it belongs, over here.
I'll leave that in
away
front.
from the sewing desk.
So we've got Ben and Em. They watch the streams when they can, and Ben they're both going into Dawn, and Ben is very, very passionate about glory, which is great, and his wife Em is a very, very talented at knitting.
Oh,
And we have you've heard of the party potato, so
I have heard of the party potato. How have I?
she made actually. Oh yeah, you can actually no green screen on, so you can actually
Look
see.
at that.
It's absolutely
Pride
wonderful.
potato. I love it.
Dimples and all. It's I love this. This takes pride of place on my desk. This does.
Excellent.
It's absolutely amazing. But keep putting up their kit, and they get so excited. And every single time I see them, any posts from them going, I've done this for my kit, done this for my kit. My king just goes through the roof. I feed off of them so much. It's amazing.
Same. We've been introducing Andrew to and now the rest of our D&D group to the Empire, and every time we get together and start talking about kit, I'm just like, oh, you're also cinnamon bun like. I love it. It's just so good. And I want to help them. Oh, so good.
I just wish I was talented, but I'm not when it comes to this. I can talk for England, but when it comes to making things, I'm just not that great. I'm lucky to have Helen, really. So
I'll make a tailor out of you yet. It's fine.
Yeah. So the enemy. How did you get started in kit making?
Oh, again, I don't really know. I used to make like my own clothes because I was a bit of a weirdo when I was younger, and I used to make clothes for myself like when I fancied it, pretty much. And then like I sort of started doing things like cosplay when I was at uni, and then I left uni a bit early. I did textiles and stuff, and I loved like designing really weird, almost drag stuff. And I almost went into doing costume design course, but I wound on a model making course instead. And I sort of started going towards cosplay, and I went to a couple of MCM stuff, and then I found LARP, and it was much more interesting.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I can
yeah,
imagine.
that was kind of the route it sort of ploughed down. I then got a job making mascot costumes for the worst place in the world, and
Southampton Football Club.
actually, I'm pretty sure they made costumes for there.
Oh my god! Sorry, that was loud. I hate them so much. I'm a Portsmouth boy through and through. So,
Someone's got it. Sorry, someone's mentioned it.
Rainbow.
Yeah, they're prolific for the way that they treat their freelance staff. I'm completely honest. I didn't get on very well with my managers, and we come to a very abrupt end of my time at Rainbow. And just at the sort of time that they were sort of trying to get rid of me, one of the people I met there said, "Oh, this guy I know, he kind of metalwork and stuff. He's sort of selling off his workshop. Maybe you two should meet." And yeah, it kind of spiraled out of control from there, and now I'm here.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. Because I remember, I love when I do Comic Con, because I've gone and I do I get asked to go and give talks on LARP and stuff like that at Comic Cons, and I love talking to the cosplayers there, and I love to see them like. I mean, because Rob's just said that he loves to help people with crafting and making weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
And I love to talk to people when they say, "Oh," because I was talking to this one guy because I walked in with my wonderful, wonderful hammer, which I need to get out again. So my wonderful, wonderful hammer. That was really weird. Don't clip that. Or clip it. That's fine too. And I was talking to this guy because he had this axe that must have been like 10 foot tall. And he was walking around and he was like really like putting it on that it was heavy and stuff like that. And I just went, "How heavy is that?" And he goes, "Oh, it's really, really light." So we swapped weapons and I held on to it and I was just like, "Oh, there's literally nothing to it whatsoever." And it was made of like toilet roll tubes,
Oh wow.
cardboard, and everything. And he said that he had just had to fix a bit of it because there was a flap loose, and he opened it, and I could see
Oh no.
inside, and it was just like, this is amazing. It was all like cardboard that had been crisscrossed and everything all the way up.
So cool. I
It's
will say, cosplayers are so resourceful. I
oh yeah,
literally, it blows my mind, like the sort of things that they craft and out of what. Yeah, really
yeah.
incredible.
I absolutely loved it, and to see them, the stuff that he was just saying, "Oh, he's made everything and all of his kit." It was incredible, absolutely fantastic to see. I can see why cosplayers when they come over to do LARP and stuff like that, and they go, "Yeah, I can make all of this," and then they see what people are making when they come to LARP, and it's like, "Yeah, I actually need to make stuff
Yeah,
that's going to last here. I can't get
that's
my
the one.
yeah," and it's talking to someone who I know and she had said that all of her kit that she makes when she cosplays was very light and they're very easy to put on. It's just like a zip at the back and that's it. And then when she came along to Empire for the first time, she was freezing cold. Her kit wasn't good enough. She had to then go and spend 160 quid on the stalls to get some proper
Yeah,
kit to wear, and all of that sort of stuff. It's just like, yeah, I completely understand that, and
yeah.
I wouldn't be able to go the opposite way. I wouldn't be able to go to cosplay. I don't think
I
because
think it's funny looking at cosplay, especially props from with the model making perspective. And if you've ever
mm,
worked in a model making factory, it's like the sort of thing. There's kind of like rules that you have to follow, or
mm,
else. And cosplayers sort of look at them and go, "Nah, fuck that," and I'm gonna make it out of pieces of cardboard, and it's
yeah,
gonna look amazing. And I really, really admired that, like, um, almost improv esque crafting, and like
mm,
you get really cool materials like warbler out of it, which is like, it's thermoplastic and wood pulp for crying out loud. It shouldn't work, but it's amazing.
yeah. So Liam's just said last time I went to Comic Con, my costume was a male version of Harley Quinn, and I made a massive Harley Quinn mallet of a design I saw on YouTube, and only went that year because the artists behind Harley Quinn comics were there, and they signed my mallet and said it was the best prop that they had seen, and I started crying. Best day yet, to be honest. Ah, love
Very
it,
nice.
Liam. That is awesome, mate. See, that's
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 so cool.
that's what I love. Is that when you get people coming to you going, "Oh, I really like that bit of kit." It's like I was talking to some American LARPers and I showed them a picture of my kit and they went, "That's amazing. How long did that take for you to make?" And I was sort of like, "Oh, I just clicked buy now." And they were like, "Oh, you bought it?" It's like, "Yeah." It's like, "Oh, we all make our kit," and I was like, "Yeah, I feel so inadequate next to you."
But Americans, they kind of make everything, don't they? They make all weapons as well with duct tape
Yeah.
and.
Only for some, it turns out. After speaking to Jasper last week, they explained that there are specific boffer LARPs out there, but a lot of them
Got you.
are not. The majority, it turns out, are not boffer LARPs, and they have proper weaponry like everywhere else in the world does. So, but it's
I
not
remember-
going to stop me wanting to go out to America to do a LARP though. Just,
Absolutely not. No, never should. That's very cool. I also would quite like to go travelling for LARP. I really fancy going to Germany to go and try Drakenfest and Conquest, but money. Oh my god. And
oh
coronavirus.
yeah.
So
Oh
can't
yeah,
put
that thing. I'd forgotten about that. Yeah. Yes, that's a big one as well. I have a plan of all these LARPs that I want to go and visit. So there's Avalon LARP in Denmark, which is a Viking LARP that lasts 5 days. They actually have, it's a proper Viking village. There's horses.
so
You
cool.
name it. It's all there, and it's all they've got an electric Jenny in the village, and that's it. They said, so if you want
Wow.
to charge your phone up at night, bring your own batteries. And I'm like, yeah, I'm
Oh,
sold.
that's hardcore.
I'm done. Yeah, as soon as I saw it, it's like, I need to do this. It's like €235. So, yeah, so it's not too bad. It's about 200 quid, probably around that. So I was like, have to do that. The one's in Germany, obviously. Then there's one in Canada, a couple in America and stuff. So there's a large one in Japan as well, which is
Yeah.
actually set at a Japanese old Japanese castle, and they get a couple of thousand people going off
Oh, could you
there as
imagine
well.
living in a
Yeah.
castle for a weekend. I'd love to do that. I've done that at trade shows before, like a couple times. We've stayed in castles. It's amazing.
Yeah, I did where I used to do, where I still do, Vampire the Masquerade LARPs, and they hire out St Breville's, which is King John's hunting lodge in North Wales, for a long weekend. Really, really nice, very pretty, absolutely stunning place. Loved it. Kit wise, Vampire LARP is nothing compared to everywhere else, because I just turned up in a suit because I played a Giovanni, and I'm more interested in making people dead and raising corpses up. That's all I was doing.
So I also love Vampire the Masquerade.
Wonderful.
Steph Morris got me into it, and
Mm.
her and Ben Allen run an amazing one in Norwich called Norwich Was, and it's set in the Dark Ages, but it uses the Vampire the Masquerade book rather than the Vampire the Requiem or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's incredible. They're like, it's kit light, so of course I walked in sort of full plate, and you just have to.
Why not? If you can. Liam, if you've got pictures, mate, chuck them in Discord. Put them in. There's LARP pictures in Discord.
Oh, I'd love
We
to see
we
everybody's
will.
kit.
I think we'll put the link in for the Discord. Hun, if you can put the link in for Discord, yeah, then everyone can go and see it in there, Liam. That's the best place to put it, because Twitch gets rid of them all. In the Discord, they stay.
Where
Okay,
am I
mate?
supposed to be looking? LARP pictures.
LARP pictures. So if he lets us know when he's done it, then it'll all be in there in the
There we go.
Discord.
Excellent. Yes, please.
So, everything's sort of like scrolled on a bit now. I'm rubbish at keeping up with
Sorry.
chat.
We did sort of go off on one, didn't we?
Ah, it's fine. But that's what I like about the vampire thing. The costume is so simple. It's really, really easy.
Yeah.
I own a suit. It's great, and that's all I need to do. And the Giovanni are my favourite clan. So, really, really simple to do. What's your favourite clan?
So I have played almost exclusively Toreador.
I did wonder.
I'm playing a Nosferatu in my friend's tabletop, and we had a game on Halloween, and we all dressed up for characters, and I was like, why have I not been playing Nosferatu my entire life? They're so cool.
The Nosferatu are amazing. I do love it. They are really, really good. They are up there for me. But I think my favourite World of Darkness at the moment is, I'm definitely leaning towards Werewolf the Apocalypse at the moment. It's such a good game. Absolutely
I
adore
believe
it.
there's a werewolf game that's in London. Oh, they've also got the fire one as well. Oh, look at this! Wow, that's a really cool hammer.
I'll have a look afterwards.
Sorry, there you go. I'm concentrating again.
Goran has said there's a pirate LARP in Germany. I think it was there, which takes place aboard the genuine sailing ships out at sea. Yep, that's in Germany. It costs a bomb, but really, really want to do it.
Was that the one run by Showbox Studios?
I think so. It's something like
With the platypus? I'm not sure
yes.
if they still go. Do they still go?
Not too sure, but I know that they are still, that LARP is still going on.
Oh, very cool.
So,
yeah, I've seen some footage from that, and it looks amazing.
Yeah.
How incredible to go and live on a boat for a weekend. Yes, please.
For Werewolf in London. Depends who that one's run by. I know the people who run the vampire one, and they. I'm trying to think of it. Well, if it's the same people, then they're just dicks.
There was a chap called Dan who was running the vampire one, and he recently got John Pam, who plays the League Egregore.
It's not them then, so I'm sure it's fine. That's good. That's good. I would love to go and play do a Werewolf the Apocalypse LARP. That would be amazing. I would love that, but I don't think they'd let me play a Red Talon because I would just eat everyone.
I must say, I'm a bit intimidated by the werewolf book. Apparently, the character creation section is bigger than the vampire entire book.
It's
I
a
don't
little bit
with that many rules.
I mean, for vampire you've got clans, for werewolf you've got tribes, but for werewolf you've also got auspices, depending on which moon you were born under, as well. So they split that into 5. There's a little bit more to it, and you've got whereas vampire it's very much you've got these disciplines and that's it. Werewolf you've got spirits, you've got gifts, and you've got rituals, rites that you can perform and stuff like that, and you can step into the Umbra, which is another realm and sort of mirrors the earth and stuff like that. So there's a lot more to it. It's a lot more spiritual, but it's I love it to pieces. There's
I will say. Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. No, go.
This time. I play Hades. Don't Look Back. That John runs in Huntley Wood. No, it's not Huntley Wood. It's Eversley.
Okay, yeah.
My goodness, it's kind of a little bit based on Wraith the Oblivion, and ever since I found that out, I'm like, I really want to play a Wraith game.
Wraith is
so much.
Wraith is great. There's welcome to the tangent stream as well. By the way, we've gone massively off. We're over here.
Oh,
this
I'm
is
so
really
bad
good.
for this.
Oh no, please. So am I. There is a Wraith the Oblivion VR game coming out.
I imagine that would be scary as fuck.
I've seen the trailer for it. I don't get scared of games. I don't see the point.
I'm a massive chicken, so.
I played. So this is another tangent. I played Resident Evil Biohazard around a friend's house, and there's always a bit where you haven't met the family yet, and you're at the bottom of the stairs, and you see the dad walk past the door, and he always gets to there and he stops and he can't play anymore. And I'm just like, why? So I ran after him. I ran after him. I want to see these things. It's like, it's difficult to make me jump in these sorts of games. So it's like Alien Isolation. It's like, no, really atmospheric. I love that game. Completed it too often now. Yeah, great game. I don't get scared at these games. I just don't. I don't see the point. It's a game. It's nothing real. It can't hurt you. Biohazard is a literal curse. I hate that game in VR. Scares the living shit out of me. There we go.
Yeah. There's no way I think I'd be able to deal with a horror VR game. But I'll give it a go for Wraith the Oblivion. I think that's where I draw the line.
Have a look at the trailer. The trailer that they've made for it looks incredible. You're just walking around a house and you're not seeing things in the distance, and then a spirit starts chasing you around, and you're hiding in a cupboard with like the slats on it, and you're looking through, just looking through like that, and then all of a sudden it's there, and it's just like,
Oh my
I
god.
was just like, yeah, there's obviously. My problem is when I play these games, I'm going, oh, something's going to jump out, and then literally 5 seconds later, something jumps out. I'm a real dick to play games with like this because you can generally predict what's going to happen.
You see, I predict it, and it will still scare me. It's fucking useless.
So, this is the thing then. So I'll do a game stream for a horror game, and you'll come and play it with me.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get on the stream. We'll go like this, and
I'm down for that.
yeah, and we'll get that going. Then I'll put the horror games that I've got into chat, and you can come and play it because.
Oh god, what am I signing up for?
I think chat would like to see something like that. That'll be a laugh. It'll be funny. So
I've just seen someone's mentioned Silent Hill. Liam's mentioned Silent Hill. I was very young when that came out, and my friend was obsessed with her older brother playing it, and she used to make me watch it, and I would be awful.
when I was, how old was I? 3, 4 years old. This is showing my age now. Gremlins was Gremlins had come out, and my older sister sat me down to watch Gremlins, and I was just like, it scared the shit out of me. I was like 4.
Yeah.
It absolutely scared the crap out of me. And then when I got a bit older, she then showed me Nightmare on Elm Street and Freddy Krueger chasing a kid around a table, and it's just like, nope, scared the shit out of me. And then I was like 11, 12, and we sat down and she put on Aliens. And she was just like, the first bit where they go in and that woman is trapped there and they hold her head up and they go, oh, we got a live one. And then she's like, please kill me. And the stuff like that. And she starts, the chest starts to go and stuff like that. And my sister was there sort of like with the hiding behind a pillow, and I'm just there watching. I was like, I am engrossed in this. And then they start
damage.
Oh my god, I love the whole alien world is something I am just sold on.
Oh, it's incredible, isn't it?
I've got. I love this. It is one of the most beautiful books I have ever seen for a tabletop game. So, oh no, this is the tabletop roleplay game.
Oh, amazing!
Yeah, it's so good. It's incredible. So I love it. I've been running a campaign on it. It's amazing. So I will definitely recommend that one for everybody. Wyamorous, I have to admit, I'm really not great with scary. To be honest, when I watch horror films, I can handle gore and killings, but when I watch supernatural stuff, I'm like, nope. Well, you're all babies. My first horror was Rosemary's Baby. That was wasn't that 76? 75?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
you'd
have to.
I've not actually seen that all the way through, but
it's great. Really, really good. I watched. Horror is. I think Evil Dead. I love those films. So Evil Dead, the first one, the original, was good. Then you get Evil Dead 2, where Sam Raimi basically went, well, they didn't take it seriously, so let's make it a bit more of a comedy. And he did, and it's so gory, there's so much blood spraying everywhere, and all of this, it's so funny. It is so funny.
That's a good go.
And then you get Army of Darkness as well. It was, Army of Darkness is brilliant, where he goes to a different realm and he's like fighting skeletons and all of these sorts of things, and it's so funny. And
I've just realised the way that we can wheel this back to costume. Sorry, I cut you off again. Jesus,
well.
I'm so sorry.
It's normally me who does it, so this is... and then you've got Ash vs. the Evil Dead on Netflix as well, which they've done 3 series of. I'm halfway through the 3rd at the moment. It's amazing. It's so funny. Bruce Campbell is a legend. Liam says, saying Alien is amazing. Other than Avatar by James Cameron, the Alien films have to be the best sci-fi films in my opinion. Maybe topped by Blade Runner. Ah, they're different. Blade Runner's a great film.
Isn't
Alien,
it?
Aliens, Alien 3 are amazing. Alien 4 can get in the bin. I have thoughts on Prometheus that I won't share here because I just shouldn't. Do people get points in common sense skills in that game? Nope. Nope, they don't. My main memory of horror film that I remember with being younger was Omen. Omen was great. Omen was really, really good. If you're scared of a little boy staring at you, you're fine.
I have just had a thought.
Go for
To
it.
wheel this back towards costume. I haven't seen Silent Hill, the film, but I have seen some of the costume behind the scenes stuff for it, and the costumes now are phenomenal. They're amazing. Like all the creatures that are like fucking mashed together are amazing. I couldn't get over it when I watched that.
For the film, Sean Bean put out a small thing of him behind the scenes in the costume department, showing it all off. That was great.
Yeah.
That should be on YouTube somewhere. That's definitely
so
worth
cool.
a watch. So
And like all the like people like stretching under these skin suits and like the contortionists they use to play them. Costume is not just about the clothes that you wear either.
no.
Go on about that forever.
It's why I like masks with the fact that Ghostface is now following. Thank you very much. You can do it's like when people put the masks on and stuff like that. It's there. I find that people say there's nothing creepier than if someone's staring at you and then they just tilt their head slightly. Normally, it's just like, what are you pretending to be a dog or something? It's like, what are you, Fido? And if you put a mask on and like that, and so they can't read your expressions or anything like that, and then they slowly tilt their head. It's like, oh, that's creepy. And it's just like, I love that. Good.
I really love the like plain sort of face masks that you can get, where like they're almost like mirror effect, aren't they? And
Yeah.
see in, but it's just like, oh, creepy. Very cool.
I love it. I would like. It's like there's a thing at. Okay, Liam's question. Andy, what costume do you think is outstanding in film and or LARP? Let's go for one of each.
Okay, so outstanding film costume.
You are not allowed to use anything that you have made.
Okay, that's I've actually got two. One high fantasy, Pan's Labyrinth. A phenomenal costume. Again, it's another one where the costumes are just they're not entirely skin deep, and the way that people portray the creatures is. Oh yeah, the eyes. Oh my goodness, Matt hasn't seen it, and I really want him to watch it, but he's not good with horror at all. He's even worse than me.
It's a dark fantasy film. I wouldn't have said it was horror.
It's incredible film, and I love it so much, and I'd love to sit down and watch it with.
The most brutal
another
thing
film.
in that. Sorry, I could cut you off there. The most brutal
Please.
thing in that film was the bit with the gun butt where he's just like, and that's it. And it's just sort of like, oh, that's brutal.
Yeah. I think for me, the mandrake thing that she puts under the bed, and then when her awful stepfather like throws it out, kid died. Oh, that's heartbreaking awfulness. Another one I've got, I'm gonna slide it in, is Outlaw King. I'm a little bit sad. There's one costume that really isn't ideal, but the rest of the film, amazing historical costume. I really recommend it for people who are looking at maybe Dawn or Marches. It's just wonderful. Yeah. And for LARP, I'm a bit biased here because I love the iLARP games so much, and I don't think I can really give too much away with it, but the baddies in Hades, a very, very simple costume, and most of it's sort of like reenactment gear for World War II. Make of that what you will. But
Yeah.
simple, very, very, very good
Yeah.
for creating like a historic badness. And also for the forest as well. That was really good. They had these. That one I can talk about. At the forest, the baddies are called like, you know, I can't remember, the Urda, and they kind of take the form of these people with baskets on their heads, and they only move in the dark. So we had this encounter right at the end where we were all sort of swarmed in, and there were these two like Urda creatures, and it was kind of the clearing was like lit in this red light until it wasn't, and then it was pitch black, and they like suddenly grab you and like start moving like the Doctor Who angel things.
Ooh, yeah. They're cool.
John knows how to create an atmosphere. Oh my goodness,
Yeah, he is
he's
very
incredible at it.
I like the Valorn, the not the Valorn creatures themselves, but there's like these little husk thing. Oh no, it wasn't even the Valorn. It was on Spiral, and all they had were these little husk masks on, wearing a little bit of white and stuff like that, and all the smoke and that, and then all you see is these white faces coming out at you, and then you get the refs whispering in your ears like the bastards they are, and all of this sort of stuff. It was so atmospheric. It was awesome, absolutely brilliant.
The Valorn are really, really another example of really, really simple costume that just makes an atmosphere. Foul, Matt's first event as Foul really was No Return, where we were battling these husks and kind of like stumbled across a big one at the end, and it was really, really dark. Everyone was like being pushed back into this house, and then you just looked out the door and there was this huge dryad creature in the dark just looming out of nowhere. That was very cool, very, very cool. Dave Young also knows how to make an atmosphere.
Oh yeah, definitely. I love all of that sort of stuff though. I love the just anything monster wise or anything like that. It's like I still remember the first time I fought the Valorn properly. We had never seen them. It was a really early PD, and we went into the field. I was leading the Navarre, and we got in there. We couldn't see anything at all, and I leant on the Valorn. It was literally hugging a tree. It was like 20 foot tall. This thing was huge, and it was like it looked like it was part of this tree, and I was leaning on it, and then the ref just went, it was just sort of like, that's probably a strike down, and this tree started moving, and that was it. I just had to throw myself to the floor as this thing just swinging its arms around.
I love moments like that.
Yeah, but because no one had really seen them properly yet. So everyone was very hesitant to move towards it. So it was sort of like, let's back away there. I was like crawling away from it on all fours. I left my weapons behind. That was fine. I was away.
Yeah, fuck them. I value my life.
It's like, yeah, they'll come forward. I'll go round and I'll get it again. It's fine. Shit. And that was it. So I think I spent the first 10 minutes of that battle unarmed. It was awesome. It was so much fun to do. Helen's asked, what's the best place to get inspiration from, or a place that people don't often think to look?
Oh, I've got a shady answer, I'm afraid.
Oh.
The wiki.
Fuck's sake.
Actually, though, I think if you actually look at the inspirations behind things and look into the history of those things, that is often, I think, where the best sort of inspirations are found. Like I was saying with the Landsknecht for the Bravos. Like, if you start to understand why they've picked the things that they've picked, it really helps you with designing your kit, actually. Completely. Yeah. I think that would be Andy's top tip.
Yeah. So James is happy. He's like, got him. Dave's got boo. And that Dave's also said, this stream is rubbish. I want my money back. Oh, wait, it's free.
I'm sorry, everyone.
So where do you look? Ignore the wiki.
Yeah, I will.
Where do you look for inspiration?
I love getting my inspiration from films, especially from characters. I think it's kind of difficult to explain. Like I have an idea for my character, and then that kind of evolves, and then I just make the kit to fit them. Really. Yeah. Sorry, that's not really very helpful, is it?
That's fine. It's fine. I think everyone gets inspiration in different ways. I think, like James has said, video games are good. I think video games are great. I've seen some people say like for Wintermark and Navarre, like Kratos from the God of War games is a bit of an inspiration when it comes to kit.
Yeah.
A little bit for me, maybe more with weaponry than anything else, and I'm avoiding his face paint massively because. Mac is known for his face paint, and that's never going to change. That's not going to change at all, because yes, I'm Wintermark, but all of his family in Navarre. So it's like I'm not ignoring my family here.
Yeah.
So it's something on my face. That's who cares. This is Wintermark. I fight with Wintermark, and yeah,
Perfect.
all of that. But yeah, bit of face paint. He's got the tattoos of the footprints on his head still, so that's all. That's not coming off, even though that has been threatened with a LARP safe cheese grater at one point.
Oh,
It's great. It was so much fun. We were when Mac left Navarre to go to Wintermark. We had planned a big punch up. We were going to have an in-character fisty fight, and it was going to be so much with Justin, Kit, and a couple of others. I'm the shortest out of all of them because they're all like 6'3", 6'5",
oh wow.
and stuff like that. And when it came to that sort of thing happen, Justin was going to sort of take the lead on it, but he had been given a spear, which was the Pride Spear. So he was proud of everything at that moment. So when I told him, it was like, I'm so proud of you. It was like, what? I was like, no, you're meant to be angry. You're meant to hit me. And I was like, no, I'm so proud of you. And that was it. The roleplay completely changed. And that was like, we keep on bringing it up, and we're just like, that's one of our biggest in-character regrets, that we've never had that fight. Because it's always been so close, but we've never actually got there. I might just walk up to him and twat him in character at the next event, just see what happens.
Excellent.
So Liam's asked, Andy, what do you do if you find yourself blocked creatively? How do you fire back up the imagination for creating costume?
Oh.
Do you read the wiki?
No. No, I will stick my favourite films and watch those, I guess. Also, I mean, it pays to have a day off from time to time. You're allowed that, you know. If you're kind of drying up with ideas and stuff, it's just good to get some recharging and come back to it another time. My suggestion, yeah.
Okay.
Again, another
your
quick, probably not very amazing answer there.
It is a good answer. What's your go-to film?
It depends on what for. For Hades, I love watching Cloud Atlas.
Okay, yeah.
So good. There's something about it that really resonates with people who are in completely different time frames.
Yeah.
That just is really good. I think you can't really go wrong with Lord of the Rings for orcs. Absolutely. And playing Shadow of Mordor, I have so many hours racked up on Shadow of Mordor just looking at orc kit. It's awesome for that.
I love that. Both of those games, in fact.
For the League, it's a bit more eclectic. I watch a lot of gangster films for the League.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
Snatch has been one of my favourites for it.
Yeah, I can see that. It's you get see mine's a weird one. I have to watch films that have really, it's the character rather than the setting for me.
Yes, exactly like that. James has just suggested Legend as well. Is another one that has definitely been hard on the League inspiration.
See, mine. It's going to be a film that not many people would have seen, but because Mac is very much, he's a psycho, but he's a lovable psycho.
It's the best kind.
It's really bizarre. So it's like I'll watch like 300, for example, just for that. I mean, the soundtrack to that film is incredible, and the fight and the battle scenes they're amazing to watch, and so it gets you in the mood for a scrap.
Excellent.
Then I'll put on Sleeper, which is an old Woody Allen film, purely for Woody Allen in it, because
Nice.
he's so nervous and awkward, and it's just like, yeah, it's just like, yeah. He is one of my inspirations for Mac, Woody Allen in that. Well, it's Woody Allen, to be honest. That's pretty much it. So, what's that at all? No, it's not. It's a fucking rolling pin. Make me a cake.
Very good.
Love it.
But yeah, for recharging your inspiration, can't go wrong with watching your favourite films for characters. Music I find helps as well.
I'm listening to. I find putting on some stuff that's really, really heavy. So a bit of. See what have I got? Bit of Mushroom Head. I'll put on.
Excellent.
Bit of Mushroom Head. Bit of Code Orange.
Very cool.
You have no idea who these people
No.
are, do you? Think the heavier side of metal.
Excellent.
So a bit of thrash metal, bit of death metal. So that's my Empire and Jim music, to be honest. That's what goes on there. But my music tastes are all over it. So the other day I was painting my daughter's room. So I was doing that and moved stuff around, and it was weird because it was like bit of Mushroom Head, and then the Backstreet Boys came on. And I was just like, oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah, so a bit of everybody. Yeah, Backstreet's back and all that. So it's like, yeah, can't go wrong with that. So my neighbours must be going, what the hell is this? They're screaming. I can't hear Backstreet Boys. What the fuck?
Perfect.
I love it.
For Orcs, I used to listen to Saw Patrol. They're like a Scottish band. Lots of drumming. Very cool. I've just realised that for the League, this is going to be pretty awful considering what you just listed, but I actually listen to a lot of RuPaul's songs. I'm only a little bit ashamed of myself. I'm That Bitch is a banger. And I'm not ashamed of that.
Wow. I think music is one of the ones that brings out a lot of people, because it's like when people pull up onto site, do you find that they've got their windows down and you're listening to all this sort of music?
Yes.
And the music changes depending on where you are in the field as well.
Yes, I have noticed that.
So like Navarre to Wintermark, you'll be getting a lot of like High Lung and stuff like that.
I love listening to High Lung to get my mood up for the Orcs. Oh.
And so I mean, you get a lot of that. Then you get into Dawn, and it's a lot of Spice Girls. I don't know. But you get, it's like Dawn, High Gun, and that it's more classical, I find. And then it's as I think I saw someone Jenny said, mariachi and stuff like that. As you get around to like the League and the marches and stuff like that. Have you heard the Who? Yep, definitely heard the Who. Have that on quite a lot as well.
They are very cool. Oh my goodness.
The Unbiblical is now following. Thank you so much. There was a question somewhere. I always wanted to know if people hide speakers in their tents playing no vocal on-brand music.
No, people don't at Empire, do they? I remember one of my friends Sweden was really surprised that there's not really any atmospheric music at LARPs here.
Mm.
Apparently, it's something
Yeah.
they do quite a lot across
In
the board.
other places, yeah, it's like oh, I can't even remember. Scurvy Scum, the pirate one that's happens down in Portsmouth. They they put on they have like pirate music. They have sea shanties playing in the background
Very
and
cool.
stuff like that, which is pretty cool. But I can't see it work. I mean, because at Empire, everyone sings their own stuff, don't they?
Exactly. Yeah, I
So
think Empire is so like infused with creative people. Like if you start playing ambient music as well, like it would just be so noisy, you know? Like you've got to give
mm.
people a stage, haven't you?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's like before the stream started, I have because I've got my list of all the in character songs and stuff like that, and I'll always play one, and I literally just work my way through the list. I think this was Andy Ruddick, one of his songs, playing and stuff like that. But I've got a lot of Andy Ruddick.
Cool.
I've got a lot of Dawn. I've got some of Dawn's, Sam Wheatley, Justin Towsmer, and stuff like that as well. So
This is something I don't know much about League music, if I'm honest, which is sort of not great, seeing as I'm headed that way. But I know a lot of orc songs, obviously. Brian used to do. He used to have like a channel with we would just sit and sing to a camera, which is amazing. But I don't know of anyone who does that for the League. So
no,
if anyone has any suggestions, please
well
hit me.
the league have the theatre as well, which gets a lot of performers in as well.
Yes.
But I can't. I'm trying to think of league specific singers or performers. There aren't many.
Yeah, this is something a friend of me that there's not really that much sort of league culture happening in the league at the moment. Again, I don't know how true that is because I used to
Mm.
live under a rock and when I was playing it before. So
Yeah. The unbiblical is I'm skirmish crew and we mainly play stuff like Sabaton and Turasas as a bit of a hype job before going out and fighting.
excellent.
I need
Sabaton comes up a lot for LARP music, I
mm,
think. Very
yeah.
cool.
Liam has said I can relate to that music shift recently as I listened to some heavy metal, then I had some Pride representing songs come on.
Yes.
It's PD rules. They ask you not to play music on speakers during time in. So yeah, there's a lot of opera, and somewhere at any time in Empire, someone is always singing an Empire-filled verse of the old chariot along, of Roll the Old Chariot Along. Yeah, Mariachi is the low art of the league. Higher.
I can't.
Yeah, I love the music and stuff like that. I mean, does music inspire you when it comes to making kit and stuff like that as well?
Yeah,
Does it?
yeah, absolutely. I think it inspires me to do more things
Okay.
than making kit, but absolutely, I love. I actually, it's another one where it's a bit sort of backwards, but looking at the bands also helps as well, especially bands like Lung, for
Mm.
example. I got a lot of my kit inspiration from Raw from watching their concerts. Actually, very very cool. Yeah, I probably end there with that one, I'm afraid.
Okay. Abby said, I was wondering if the stores or the taverns have a little bit of background noise music going on. Nope.
No,
Nope.
no one really plays it.
Nothing like that at all. There's
Someone,
literally nothing like that. If you want music, there will be people singing constantly at somewhere.
yeah,
There is
absolutely.
always music. Or you can even go up to people and go, "Oh, are you this bard, scop, whatever? Can you sing a song?" If people come to
Absolutely.
the best way is if people come to your fire, say, "Can I sit down?" You go, "Can you tell me a story? Can you sing a song?"
Yeah, and
Get them
like
to do that.
bards and citabeos are always up for that, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And they're always up for giving me drugs too. It's wonderful.
I think one of like the most lovely nights I had at Empire had I found myself in Urizen of all bloody places in someone's tent, just absolutely singing like we were all drunk and everyone was singing and it was just amazing. It's very good.
I love it. I love it when that sort of stuff happens. Though, when you find yourself walking along. I've been walking along back to my tent from the toilets, and someone's just walking along and singing, and I've walked along, known the song, and I've started singing with them, and then all of a sudden there's 12 of you walking along. You don't know who anyone is. You're singing the same song, and then when it finishes, you all just go, and it's just like, that was a nice moment. That was
Very nice.
That was a nice moment. I'm just drying my hands on my jacket here because there's no towels left in the box. But hey,
Of course.
it's always good. Oh yeah, song and story for the win. That's always a good one. Bit of a random and weird question. There's a lot of music that is quite sexual. Is there any songs in Empire that are known as pride representing? Just thought it's a very inclusive place, so past my mind. Ooh.
I don't actually know of any that are specifically pride based, if I'm completely honest. But
I've heard of. I mean, have you heard the 9?
there
There are 3 versions of it that I've heard.
is this the one where everyone's fucking each other then?
It's about a Navari man goes around and sleeps with a different woman in every nation.
Yes, I
And
have.
Then I've heard the women's version of her going around and sleeping with a different man in every nation, and I have also heard, I suppose it would be the pride the gay version of a woman going around and sleeping with a woman in every nation, and it was just like, they all make me laugh. This is what this song is here for. I've decided it was all of them were hilarious, absolutely hilarious. They were great. And
No, I sorry. I did it again. Oh, so sorry.
I need to find who did the gay one, because that was, some of the lines in that were so funny. I remember I think I was in the marches and it's been sung in a bar, and I know at one point I was literally crying. It was some of the lyrics. I think it was about the orc. It was so funny. I can't go into it because Twitch will ban me. But I can't.
I know exactly what you're talking.
I can't mention what they were singing about, but it was so. I remember having a conversation with someone and stopping. It was just like, did they really mention that? And they were just like, yeah. Like, okay.
Yeah, Empire players have no shame, do
None whatsoever. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Gigi says, I will always sing, I will kill my stage fright by force. Excellent.
True.
Rachel says, it's nice to get away from the constant noise of music that's just meant to be in the background rather than that one-off of a person performing at Empire. Yeah.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more.
Yeah. It's... Oh, I love it all. Helen asked, there was a question earlier, what is the ultimate piece of kit that you would like to make for yourself? Or for anyone? If money was no object...
I'm quite lucky, really, because I've got quite a lot of, like, my sort of dream jobs. Kind of have either I've had a part in making them or something, but I really want to do more film work, to be completely honest with you. I don't know what. I'd love to work on a fantasy production or some sort of fantasy theatre production would be really living the dream. I can talk about a job that I'm doing with I don't know if you've ever heard of them. They're called the Silversavers Academy.
That rings a bell.
They kind of do martial arts with lightsabers.
Yes, I do. I know exactly who they are.
So cool. I got approached by the chap who runs that and basically wanted me to design almost practical Star Wars armor. So I'm doing that, which is phenomenal job. I get to watch Mandalorian a lot now, so.
I think I watch The Mandalorian for different reasons to a lot of people, though.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, Gina Carano's she's so hot.
She is.
Sorry, I went into my happy place there.
yeah, I love that. What other thing? I would like to make more. Ah, geez, I don't know. I'd like to make more Dornish kit, if I'm honest, for people like in the Empire field. I think, yeah, I think so.
I've just had an idea for a short film that could be made.
Hit me.
No, I'm not going to do it on stream. I'm going to talk
No.
to you.
Oh, okay.
I'll talk to you about it off stream.
Oh dear.
I've had an
How
idea.
scandalous.
I like to keep, if I come up with these ideas and stuff like that. I had an issue where I put a lot of my ideas out, and then all of a sudden, I see all of these videos going up, and I'm like, oh, they're all my ideas that I said 10 days ago, and I'm just, oh, for fuck's sake. So I've just stopped.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had plagiarized before, and you just want to slap the bitch right out of people sometimes.
Oh yeah, definitely. So that's why I've put in the Discord. I say if there's any ideas, if I mention any ideas in this, then they're my ideas. Please do not steal them, and stuff like that. So
Good disclaimer.
yeah. Goran has said, question: what's a good starting point in terms of crafting for a complete newbie? I've bought / commissioned nearly all my kit so far, and really want to make my own, but don't know where to start.
God, I wonder who did that. Yes, things to start with. Probably pre-bought patterns. I would start with. Sort of simplicity patterns are brilliant starting places, and you could start with a stapler. But just because you could does not mean you should. No, everyone's got to start somewhere, and if you're starting with a stapler, then power to you.
Don't lie to me.
Like I said, we'll make a Taylor review yet.
Wow.
Yeah, simplicity patterns. It depends on what you want to do, really, doesn't it? If you want to start with sewing stuff, you can't really go wrong making a tunic as a first sort of simple project. There's so many different patterns that you can use and adapt. You're bound to find one that's at your sort of level, really. That sounds so patronizing. I didn't mean it like that.
Really, I think you've hit the nail on the head there. If you know that you can't do it, then that is the best place to start, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of historical kit is made like to use fabric productively and with little waste and stuff, especially like sort of Viking garb. So reenactment stuff is always a good thing to look at. I can't believe how simple the Landsknecht gear actually is. It's weird how it looks mental, but it's all really relatively simple. They're all sort of squares and stuff that have been stuck together. Yeah, I think that's probably where I would start. And I'm always available to like talk to people about kit. I could literally go on about it forever. It's almost like I do it for a job.
Funny that. Yeah, because Helen said a cloak as well. Depending on nation, there's a lot of relatively boxy clothing that doesn't require any complex tailoring to the body.
Yes, cloaks are a really good thing to start with as well, because again, you can't really go wrong with it.
Oh, I reckon I could. I reckon I could. I really. I will give it a bloody good go. What is a style of clothing that you have found challenging but still enjoyable?
A style of clothing, gambesons. Making gambesons has been a very, very steep learning curve for me. The first one I made, I hadn't ever done any quilting before, and I sort of did what I would do with a normal piece of clothing, which is you use this thing called an overlocker to make sure the edges don't fray, and I overlocked all the segments together and then tried to quilt them, and that was the worst thing I could ever have done, because the layers need to move past each other. And this
Yeah.
is something I found out on my second attempt, which Andrew has my second attempt.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So I think yeah, learning how to make a Gaudasaur was the most challenging thing I've done this year.
Yeah. So, um, yeah, so Helen has said you can grab some scrap fabric for cheap and just practice the sewing and what you want to do.
Charity shops are a brilliant place to source fabric from. Bedding and blankets and stuff. You know, you can pick them up for like 50p.
Yeah.
You can't really go wrong.
No, no, definitely not. Gigi said, I'm starting my flatmate out on a cloak. It's nice and easy.
Very good.
So, yeah, I mean, I will attempt to do this sort of stuff.
I mean, like
Yeah.
we said earlier, I would love to have you come over and we'll make something in a day. I mean, you might have to come over quite early, but
Yeah. It's
like that'd be really nice.
I've spoken to Matt about doing this, and we thought it would be a nice idea to get a few people from the Hefty fam to come up and do some little bits and have something like that, film it, and then put something out there, because I think it would be good, especially for new players, to see this sort of stuff and to get involved in this sort of stuff. Because a lot of experienced players, they've got their kit. It's still improved, but they have their kit. Whereas a lot of new players, they have nothing. They don't have anything at all.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be
100%.
it'd be a really, really nice thing to have and to do for everybody involved. I think my next thing will be to work on this feathery arm.
Nice. I can't wait to see how it comes out.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, it's going to be a mess, but it'll be my mess.
Exactly.
And even with it being a mess, I'll still wear it. So, cause,
You be proud of it.
well, I'll make something, it'll be a mess, and then I'll ask Helen to fix it, and then it'll be wearable. So, I'm presuming we'll see stapled feathers to your arm. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, who hasn't accidentally stapled themselves in the leg while putting something together? No? Is that just me? Is that just me, is it? Right, okay.
I definitely stapled my thumb once out of curiosity.
I did it 2 years ago while I used to live with a friend of mine, and I was putting some kit together like this, and I was just stapling, and I didn't realise that I had gone down too far, and I'd stapled, kept on going, and I was just sort of like, I went to pick it up, and it was stuck to my leg, and it was like, oh, okay. And then you rip it off, and then it's sort of like, oh, that hurts, and you look down, and it's like,
Blood pouring off
that's
your leg.
that's definitely blood on the thigh there. That shouldn't be there. Blood is an inside juice. It's not an outside. How many times have we sewn kit to our own clothes by accident?
Too many times.
I've never done that because I don't sew.
I think the most idiotic thing I ever did was I was cutting something on my lap and I cut through my trousers.
That's amazing.
Oh dear.
Blood on kit just means it's been blessed. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Yeah, that's the best excuse I've heard. Thank you, Smo. Love it. My kit was blessed.
Excellent. I did that today. I had some mystery blood come out of me, and I was just like looking at this piece of white, pristine velvet I'd just cut. Oh, gonna have to recut that now. Fuck it. Yeah, the other stupid thing I've done is try and take some applique off and cut right through the entire thing. That was fun on a deadline.
Ouch.
Don't need to. Just don't.
Yeah, no. Blood for the kit gods, yes. It's actually folklore. A pinprick of blood on a hand-sewn item blesses the item. Ooh.
That's awesome.
That's fantastic. And Helen's gifted us a sub to Dinos and Tiaras. That's awesome. There you go. Thank you for doing that.
Very kind.
Hun. Yeah, that's wonderful. So, as we all know, I love to run these streams for an hour.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I think we've been talking for like
Hour 45.
at least almost 2.
Yeah, we're doing well. I always say this, and then it's always like an hour and a half. Oh my god, why is the sub image Smith death staring us? Because he told me it could be, basically. So, for those who don't know, the guy who just made Smith, he is the Thane of my hall. So, yeah, and it's a lot of fun. But yeah, I told him what I had done, and he said it was fine. So,
Cool.
but yeah, I think that when it comes to making kit, I think we're probably going to have to do another one of these.
Yeah,
And actually
maybe we'll go off.
Actually get some bits of kit out, and actually you can show people what to do, and actually have some example. We'll do that one. But this
I tell you what,
go on.
I'm so sorry. I'd
be.
love to like a kit, like run along and just sort of have a kit race. I'd love to do like a like make along sort of type video. That would be really nice. We can just make, and there will definitely be a place for your stapler there.
A kit race. I like that. We could. Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, we could do that. We'll get that planned in for at some point. We'll make a Blue Peter episode. Yes.
Yes, that'd be lovely.
We'll get a kit make along, and we'll get some bits and bobs sorted out, and then people can get all their kit out as well, and do some bits with us and stuff like that. No nudity though. Okay, I've heard rumors. Is the stapler's place conveniently buried under everything else? No, at the moment it's on my desk. I've got a ottoman over there, which has all of the stuff in it, and yeah, it's just neatly parked over there. So,
Nice.
I'm doing another stream on Wednesday. Can't remember what it is off the top of my head. Completely forgotten.
Cross that bridge when you come to it.
Yeah, pretty much. This is so I'm doing an entire month of streams dedicated to Empire, and so this is the first one, and I think it's a pretty high level already. So it's going to be a tough one to beat because I love to chat and just have a bit of a chinwag and have a laugh, because that's what LARP should be in my eyes. So
Absolutely, this has been lovely. I'm so glad that Matt volunteered me for the stream today.
Yes.
It's been really nice.
So
and it's my evening actually.
Good. So for those who don't know, I was meant to be doing a music stream tonight, but the person involved couldn't do it in the end. So I was a bit of a loose end, and I was chatting to Matt, and Matt volunteered Andy for it. So, and I'm really, really glad he did, because this has been such a good laugh. I've really enjoyed it.
Excellent. I'm so glad. It's been really nice to meet you and like not
Finally,
just hear
yeah.
stories about you. It's been lovely.
It has been a lot of fun, a big laugh. I've really enjoyed it, and we will do this again. We'll get you on and we'll do some actually making some bits and bobs and things.
That would be really nice. I've just realised I've got the final one of these still left to make for James, so I could always make that on a stream.
Yeah,
nice, if that's be interesting.
You can make whatever you want to make. You make something, I'll destroy something. So we'll have the comparisons there. So all I can imagine is you just looking at the stream and going, Steve, what the fuck are you doing? Please stop.
I'll get a recording of Matt saying, "Don't do that." And just replay it every now and then.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear. So we'll get that sorted. We'll get this. Yeah. So I've put a thing up on the Empire Facebook group of all the streams that are going on. I think this is LARP prep actually on Wednesday. So got a couple of people coming on. So we're going to talk about how to get yourself sorted, prepared, and all of this sort of stuff, because we're LARPers. We're shit at preparing ourselves. Let's face it.
Yeah. If I'm not sewing a costume on site, I've basically failed at life, to be honest with you.
Yes. So that's all the links to everything that I have. YouTube, Twitter. I have a Patreon as well. Because any money I make from this goes to helping new players. We're doing a massive Christmas giveaway where I have 2 axes, a sword, and a dark blade kit to give away to new players. Example, this is one of the axes. So this is Offer Studios. So that's from Andy. So that's all going to go to a new player for free. So any money I get from this goes off to do that. Okay, so that's all it is there. So I make fuck all. And that, to be honest, I'm happy with it being like that. So yeah, so that's what we're doing, and this is what this channel's here for. So get any ideas, join the Discord, come and chat. I want as many people on as possible because this is our hobby. This isn't a me being on a stream thing. This is our hobby. Well, I got money this month. Have you still got any Hefty Yeti t-shirts? Yes, I do. I think I have them in XXL because I didn't cater to all sizes because I'm a twat. So, but yes, I do, mate. Chuck us a message in Discord and we can see what we can do for you. Okay, bud? Damn, I'm a thick boy. Won't fit me. This was a bad stream to watch just after payday. Yeah. I get that a lot. So, yeah, so if you've got an Amazon Prime subscription as well, you can subscribe to me for free. It doesn't cost you anything. And it all helps out as well. But yeah, so I'm going to do loads of these over this month. I stream 3 times a week normally for those that are new. So, but thank you everyone for coming along and watching. Thanks everyone for chatting, getting involved, having a laugh. Andy, you and your shirt, thank you so much for coming along.
Thank you for having me. Absolutely. I'll have to step it up from lemons to whatever else is in my cupboard.
I was going to say, yeah, you've put yourself at a real level now. That's,
oh yeah, challenge.
So if you haven't upped your kit, I mean, it's easy for me because I just wear one of these t-shirts every stream. Oh, I might have to next time. I'll try something else. I think the last t-shirt I wore that wasn't one of these was a Sell Your Soul t-shirts. So,
wow.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll try that. So, Andy has made the stream dapper as fuck. Yes.
Cantaloupes. The lemons.
You really have made the stream dapper as fuck because I am far away
you.
from dapper. So we got you over here being dapper, and I'm so far over there. It's unreal. It's been fantastic. Such a good laugh. So thank you, Matt, for doing. Thank you, Matt, for volunteering Andy for this.
Thank you so much, lovely.
It's been fantastic to get you on. Not a problem at all. We will definitely get you on again.
Yeah,
100%.
please.
Yeah.
Returning guest star.
Yeah, well, we get Jesus back on again every now and again. So,
Chainmail Jesus. It amuses me greatly that that's his name. By the way, I love that.
What, Jesus? Yeah.
Chainmail Jesus.
Chainmail Jesus. Yeah. Next theme, Steve wears a waistcoat over the hefty shirt. I might wear a suit jacket on over it, but you know, we'll see. I might have to try to smarten things up a little bit. I might brush my hair.
I might actually get a haircut. I desperately need one.
Talk to me about haircuts. How dare you?
Would you like me to keep my offcuts for you?
Oh, please.
Sorry.
I've got hair like yours. It's just on my back. Liam, why did I look at Steve's head thinking, what style will he do?
Very good.
Love it. Ooh, self-burn. Those are rare.
Not in this household.
I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So good. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching in chat. We'll see you all next time, hopefully. Everyone take care. Much love. It's lockdown again. If you're struggling, reach out. Okay? That's what we're all here for.
Absolutely.
Okay?
We love you all. take care of yourselves.
I think you're all right. Passable. I love you all. Really do. Everyone, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.